Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Ndị be anyị ekenekwa m ụnụ. Eji m aka na arụ dị onye ọbụla. Taa bụ Sunday, 14th of January 2024. Asị m ka m bịa kenekwa ụnụ. Ana m apụta na this hour because of Sunday service. Ka nyere onye ọbụla efe ka onye ọbụla jee ụka ka eje kene Chukwu. Ndị be anyị ka m nwa kenekwa Chukwu. Okike abịama agbakwula ezuru ike echeta obesi ike. Onye nwe enu nwere anyị, onye nwe mmadụ. Ana m ajakwa gị mma na-ekene gị na ndụ inyere mụ na ụmụnne m ụmụ Biafra. Ana m ayọkwa gị na-asị gị Chukwu onye ọmịiko, onye obi ebele, gị biko gbapụtala anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Biko nna, chedokwala anyị Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, na ụmụ Biafra niile ebe onye ọbụla nọ. Ise. My people, unu ma na mbọsị ụka ana m abịa by this time of the day for one or two reasons. Ofu bụ ka mụ nwa na onwe m wee dozikwa ife dị na be m ndị kwasasịrị akwasa. Nyekwala unu efe ka unu nwa jee ụka, mụ nwa na onwe m ejekwa ụka ka ikene Chukwu. Maka na onwere ife dị n'ụwa mmadụ nọ. Onye ada elota Chineke amarọ ife ọ na-eme, maka na Chukwu bụ isi. Ọnya nwa kele anyị, nyanwa nwe ife anyị na-eme. So ọnya ka m ji wee bịa today si ka m kenekwa onye ọbụla. We all know that Biafra is a nation that we are all craving to see. Onye ọbụla n'ime anyị chọrọ Biafra, including those of us who are still trapped in the zoo government. Biafra bịa today una afụ kafa ga-esi bido gbakọligwekwa anyị ya kwazọbakwa position maka nọ ifefe amaala anyị ya. So achọrọ m iji today wee gaa through ife niile ekwu maka ya na this week. Unu mana last December onye bụ Vice President of Nigeria o jelu Abia State, mana onwere onye ma nke bụ ife o ji wee maka ya jee. O jesia ife dịka 1 or 2 weeks after fa wee mee one man onye Abia State a na-akpọ Benjamin Kalu, fa wee mee ya Deputy Speaker a House of Assembly. So maka that position enyere ya, obido na-akọgheli si that Nnamdi Kanu will only be released ọ bụ na anyị nwa kwụsị sit at home. So my people, you can imagine an Umuahia man giving condition on how to release his brother. But we all know that the Fulanis, that is not their modus operandi. Ka ndị Fulani si eme bụ ịbụrụ anala onye Fulani in under their protection. Oge Abakiari, unu mamaka Abakiari and his situation. Oh, a military man. He knows what they call a method of operation and all the rule of engagement. Oje Solu hush puppy, name 419 to Ndu America and so many others. To the extent no gauge that hush puppy. He named him. America will seek extradite this very man. Malami no that time, Malami Zochie the man. Before I continue, my people, join me from wherever you are watching Join me so that we will continue. Like and share this video so that it goes viral. Unumanan Madelu Zoi remind our people, Biafra Kalilu 50 million. So Obulugodu na 50 Biafrans or even 20. Bia join my program. Onwere ife ọ ga-emefa. Anyị erika. But most of the time they don't. They don't turn up. Because ndị na-use this their stream, Facebook and YouTube, they all demand massive followers for us as a criteria for us using this platform. But there is something they benefit when we have a lot of crowd. So my people, join this program. This is how we help each other to help ourselves. Because this program, Unnemeba, Oburo for sale. But for us to continue using this platform, because when there are sufficient number of people following you, most of the time they bring down your platform. They will tell you you don't have enough people, so leaving you to waste their network or their platform is useless. So join me. Whenever you join, I like it. Secondly, it helps me to interact with all of you. As you are joining me, you like and share, you know. So as I was saying before I digressed, Malami did not mind America. Malami spared Abakiari. But the only thing they did was that they suspended him. During his suspension from police, Onodia Nele drug, Ejidekuye, waiting in a prison, only 3 months. That man no for release here. Today, the man, with all the crime or committee, he's a free man. How can a man called Benjamin Carlo from Omahia, the same state as our Onyendu, not be talking in favor of his own kingsman for his release, to secure his release? Rather, Onodeba Wanenye condition. Now, BLA must down their tools and that Nnamdi Kanu, for him to be released, sit at home must stop. This will go to show you people how gullible our politicians are. Very condescending and conniving against your own people. So that is that. Ndị be anyị unu ga-atụlekwu ya. Ndị okenye ndị Ụmụahịa unu ga-akpọ the man gwa anya okwu. A sị na onye nna ya nọ n'eluigwe adịghị ọkụ mmụọ. Exactly ife mee between Abakiari na Malami. So ọ bụrụ na nwoke abanye kịta as Speaker of House of Rep, welu his influence release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọnwa megbue, he will still be alive and more people will praise it. Because onye ndu anyị nwere crime or committee, asking for Biafra is not asking for war. It is something that a sensible and sane nation will discuss round the table and it will be done. Either they accept doing what Onyendu is demanding for, or there will be a total referendum. So that is that. The other one, if I discuss for this very week, but the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he said that because that zoo government, because they are using the oil in our land as a trade by barter with the Western world, buying military gadgets to buy our people, that we will set them ablaze. And I showed it here. All of you saw it, but I can still show it. You know, I think I still have a clip of that flame, everything going in flames. Look at it. Nafuge, the flame of fire of those pipelines. Because with this pipeline, look at it again. I don't know if it is showing clearly. Ifuge, where it is all going in flames. Our Prime Minister gave them 3 conditions. I mean, the oil producing companies in Nigeria, which is in Biafra land, they must register and obtain their license with Biafra government in exile. Any company that does not want to comply must leave immediately. And one of the reasons why he's doing this is because that oil pipe and oil excavation pollutes our land. Nobody is paid compensation for their land being used to lay that pipe. And you people will not be surprised to know that this pipe leaves Nigeria completely and leaves Biafra land. They are selling it directly to the people who in turn refine it sometimes and bring back and sell it at a very high cost. Therefore, we have to take what belongs to us back again. So all those ones, Bife Melu, this very year, and if any night last week, onwe video ncho ka mkpọrọ unu ebe onye ndu na-ekwu okwu ka unu ife onye ndu kwuru. I don't know what is coming. They have no idea. I feel sorry for the city. They have no idea. Any day that all of you can go up to support your one Nigeria government, the more you're digging your political graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. It can never be fixed. People don't know what is coming. They have no idea. I feel sorry for the city. They have no idea. Any day that all of you can go up to support your one Nigeria government, the more you're digging your political graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. It can never be fixed. People don't know what is coming. Yeah. Una anụghị onye ndu si na ndị Nigeria na fa mara ife na-abịalụfa. For instance, this very week, anyị bụkwa the news of terrorists in Niger State. Niger State is a stone throw to Abuja. These terrorists, Fanona Nandi, the Niger State, tax. And before you see being a move, you will pay for your movement. If you are a farmer, before you go to your farm, you will pay for it. They don't know what is coming to them. As Onyendu clearly stated here. Nandi Nigeria, Amaro Ifena Bialufa. They are now fighting in Southeast. Every day, Fasigi, Southeast. Southeast. There was no problem in Southeast. All these terrorist government, their target was Southeast. Ndị okenye ga-elota na middle belt bụ ebe Usman Dan Fodio lukwara oge ọ bụ jihad ya na-abịa. ebe afụ ka o luru ndị ebe afụ ekwero ka ọ gafee. But kita, they are pushing. Niger State eterokwa aka to Middle Belt, Plateau State, and the rest of them. Good morning, Ambrose. You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, my brother, remind others to join, like, and share so that the news will go viral. I'm going through all the things we did this week. So the terrorists are now in Niger State, pushing down to Middle Belt, and from Middle Belt, they will come to Southeast. The military were also planning to go and attack Ihamufu, which is the boundary between Middle Belt and Southeast, from that side of the zoo country, coming down to Biafra nation. This very week, I talked about it, where our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was warning the 82 Division and their Commander-in-Chief, what's his name, Christopher Musa, to warn his military not to attack people of Isuzo in Ihamufu, which is Enugu State, Biafra land. I talked about that this very week. So Sunday, I always use Sunday to summarize all the latest information that we dealt with throughout the week, so that everybody will be on the information that is available. Now, the other main important thing is our data collection. Professor Chioma in US was the one that is responsible for our data collection. She decided that the best thing for us to do and for our people to do is to hold a lecture on that. She lectured us on what data collection is for, the functions, the uses, the benefits, which is one of the uses, or how you will use it. She said that there are type A, B, C, and D. And type A is where every other Biafran, whether you are a financial Biafran contributing towards this struggle or not, you can register there. Type B is where people like us who are Biafra government in exile media team can register with evidence showing what we have been doing. And type B is where people like her, who is a cabinet minister and our prime minister, falls into. And type D is where people who live abroad, but they are Biafrans, but they don't have a resident permit to live in that country, but they are just there legally or illegally, can register. But you will come with evidence showing that you are there either as a refugee or as an overstayer, so that after that verification, you will be registered. She told us all this. So my people, the other thing I discussed this week is about the security and insecurity discussions between the Abia State governor and Christopher Musa, the chief of army staff. You see, that very partnership that the military want to go into with the governor of Abia State, Mr. Oti, is very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Because Abia State, of all the states in Biafra land, is one of the most peaceful and quiet states at the moment. They have no security concerns, no security issues. So why is the military man or the military chief going to Abia State to talk with the governor that he wants him to go into partnership with him for security or insecurity? I don't know which one, but there's nothing happening there. So from our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, I found that our Prime Minister frowned at that kind of partnership. And the suspicion is that last month, which is December 2023, the vice president, which is the man that created Boko Haram with Buhari, went there for a visit. Why was he visiting Abia State? And after his visit, he created this man called Benjamin Kalu, who was saying that our Onyendu will not be released unless we stop sit at home. You people know that Nigeria government are liars. They are so deceitful. Whenever they are coming to you, watch your back. You better watch your back. After visiting Abia State, we don't know what he has gone there to do. He made a man from that state, Umahia, Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker of House of Rep. And the man is now speaking in tongues. Then after that now, the Chief of Army Staff went to the governor of the state that he want to partner with him. Good morning, my brother, Chibo. You're welcome. Like and share, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. So all these things are the things we discussed this very week. And it is a very big surprise that Abia State is now their focus. Yes, good afternoon. It is also afternoon here in UK. Thank you so much. You know, we discussed a lot this week. I also discussed that our Prime Minister said that the BLA, they have another squad that was created called Sniper Squad, and that they will be unveiled very soon. We also discussed that he is going to give command for Obize Barracks to go down. Obize Barracks is where they are storing the organs of Biafran children that they are buying on daily basis. Yes, thank you. So, all these things is very worrisome that they are focused in Abia State. Abia State is a very peaceful state now, one of the most peaceful states in Biafra land. And it is just their next target and their focus, because they felt that they are one of their stooges in Imo State in the name of what's his name, Hopeless Uzodinma, that they have captured Imo. It's a lie. They can never claim capture of any Biafra land. Recently, the military checkpoints withdrew. Somebody said that he drove from Abia to Imo State and to Enugu, that he didn't see any checkpoint. And he was wondering, why is everywhere clear like this? So, as I said earlier on, whenever the zoo people are doing something, always be on your guard. They have a lot of skeletons in their cupboard. But I trust my Prime Minister. He leaves no stone unturned. So there's this zoo media this morning talking about the release of our leader?
Yes, of course. We need to double up our intelligence too.
All right, let's move on to our next story. The southeast region of Nigeria is still in search of lasting peace, and the release of their son may be key to achieving that. As such, talks about the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Insecurity in the region and other issues topped the agenda of the meeting between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and some leaders of Ohanese Indigo worldwide. The Secretary General of the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Oke Emuche, says the closed-door meeting with the president of the group, Emmanuel Nwayawu, in his Owerri Imo State home was very symbolic and crucial. He added that the deliberations were fruitful. Mikhail, it's a new year, and topping the list of concerned issues for the leadership of the Indigos is the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. This campaign has been on for about 2 years. Is it high time?
I think the most important thing is securing the Southeast. The level of insecurity in the Southeast is troubling. There are many people who ordinarily would love to go home, but they didn't go home. Told their parents to come down to Lagos, and they gave them whatever that was given them. That insecurity is the biggest problem. And many people tie the insecurity to the continued incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu was what
Mikhail, are you there? All right, we may have to come back to Mikhail then. As a call, let me have your take on this. Like I said, is it high time?
well, for me, I think let me take from where BQ, stopped. We need a permanent solution to the insecurity in the Southeast. And one of the solutions, maybe, to me, can be a political solution. Because if we are to continue with the way it is now, we might end up having this insecurity, in the Southeast. Yes, the law has to take its course, okay? But I feel that since he is the arrowhead of what people are clamoring for, we can, bring him on the table and tell him that this is what we need. We need that particular region to be at peace, and then get things from him. And when I'm saying get things from him, get him to agree that peace will return to the Southeast. Because we cannot, Southeast used to be a very beautiful place. I served in the Southeast. And for once, I never, had this fear that at some point, I would always have this fear of.
My people, all these people, none of them likes the Igbos or the Biafrans. They don't like to hear the mere mention of Biafra. Once they mention Biafra, it sounds to them like there's going to be a huge war. But everyone have seen now how our Prime Minister is going about it, that we are not going to fight any conventional war. We are going to adopt the measure countries like Czechoslovakia and all these countries applied in getting their independence, which is following the international rule of law. Now, Southeast, they are saying that incarcerating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the cause of insecurity in Southeast. It is not. This is their plan. There's a video I showed here last week or 2 weeks ago, where an American journalist was telling the whole world how Buhari and Shetima and those who formed Boko Haram tried to use a bubago to destabilize Southeast. Nothing is happening in Southeast, just like Omahia now, Abia State. Nothing is happening there. It is still one of the safest and peaceful states in Biafra land. And now you can see the push. Last December, Shetima, the vice president, visited there. After that, he made an Omahia man deputy speaker, and that one is speaking in tongues. And after that, now, the military defense chief minister has gone to the governor that he wants to partner with him over security. Security of what? We have no problem in Southeast. All these tribes that surround Biafra, like Nwokonyofe Manua, they are happy seeing us being quiet every day. They are happy. Why wouldn't they release Onyendu? Why would they tie the release of Onyendu to the insecurity in Southeast when they are the ones causing insecurity in Southeast? Calling for freedom is not call for war. But this is what they have given us. After all, when Onyendu started IPOB, they were only waving IPOB flag. They were not carrying sticks. They were not carrying knives. They were not carrying guns. Nothing at all. Our IPOB then was a peaceful protest that they were making, that they want to leave Nigeria. You know, they always jump the truth and the facts, you know, not following things in context, because they know what contextual situations are. You have to look at things, what happened before and what happened now and what will happen after. That time, our Onyendu was asking for a referendum. If you will not include Southeast in what you are doing, then give us our freedom to go. Because the amalgamation during 1914 stated that after 100 years, that anyone who wants to leave will leave following the process, which is just for you to say that you want to leave. There is no serious term and condition for us to do that, other than the way our Onyendu did it. They started buying our people, killing our people on daily basis, setting up Ebubago, using David Umahi to do all that, using a failed governor like, what's his name, Hope Uzodinma, to finish our people off. This Obinze barracks is in Imo State. Why don't Hope Uzodinma, if he's a very good governor, go and verify what is going there? But he will not. He has the one called Tiger Camp, where our children are dying on daily basis. The one in Ohafia, somebody from there contacted my phone and said, please, sister, let our prime minister know the military barrack in our area, they have underground there. They catch our boys, send them there, and they never come back. The same thing happening in Obize is happening in Ohafia. Then in Anambra State, they also have a place where a lady escaped. I featured her confessions here. She said that place, they will catch you at the streets of Onitsha, anywhere, and they will take you to that place. In Okozo, when they take you there, the unfortunate ones, they will buy them and invite Fulani businessmen. Abiane Gozu Mubai. You know, my people, there are things I am very kid na this place. Otherwise, if a close or down this my channel. So in the Nigeria, no farmer, what they are doing. They know what they are doing. These people no here, they discuss, but nonsense. They made mention of releasing Onyendu, going through political way and going through legal system. Which one haven't we done? When Mbazwike Amechi was alive, may he so rest in peace. Wonderful man. He went to Buhari and said, hand this boy over to me, because to Mbazwike Amechi, his age, he is old enough to be our leader's father. He said, hand this boy over to me. I will make sure that everything in Southeast goes well. Buhari said, oh no, let us leave it for the court. Let us leave it for the legal solution. Legal solution came. Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Onyendu based on the way Onyendu was renditioned and returned to Nigeria illegally. High Court said that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction over Onyendu's case. Therefore, they should pay Onyendu compensation of 500 million naira and return him back to the country where they abducted him from. Did they do it? So these people now here on TVC Gota Media discussing our Onyendu's release and the insecurity in Southeast, they all know, but they are afraid. Every other Nigerian is afraid of the Fulanis in terrorist military uniform. You know, they don't want to talk. They all know the truth. This is the war that they fought against us during 1967 to 1970. It is still the same war because they are still decimating our people. Serious massacre of our people, and the world knows it. I will play you the voice of a Jewish man here talking about the massacre of Biafrans and Christians. This is their plan. So any Nigerian who wants to be honest should tell the government to pull out military in Southeast, and there will be peace, and release Onyendu. Even as recent as this January, there's a Fulani minister, a lady. She stole so much, about 30-something billion naira. Have they arrested her? They have not. What did Onyendu steal from Nigerians? He didn't steal anything from them. They are only scared of Onyendu's mouth because Onyendu tells them the truth. Onyendu is never economical with the truth about Nigeria. I saw a girl yesterday, Tiwa Savage. She's a musician in Nigeria. She was lamenting that Nigeria is so bad now, no electricity, no good roads, even common network that the whole world now have free. They don't have it in Nigeria. No good data system, nothing at all in Nigeria. Tiwa is a Yoruba girl, and her brother is the president of the country. But she was lamenting, and she was even saying that if people like them, who have money to eat 3 square meals, can feel the hardship in Nigeria, how much less those who have no job, those who have no body. So many of them are living in squalor, in slums, in an oil-producing country. So we have to go. We need our freedom. There is no other way we can let Nigeria know that we want to go, other than the way we are doing it. Let me play the voice of this Israeli man.
There are over 1 million Muslims being forcibly removed from their homes. I'm not talking about the situation in Gaza, but about Pakistan's forced displacement of 1.3 million Afghans. This council convened 21 times, primarily to assist the people of Gaza at the account of Israel defending itself against Hamas terrorists. but not even once to focus solely on defending the rights of Afghans in Pakistan. Why does the forced displacement of Muslims from a Muslim country mean nothing to the Algerian representative and the council? I'll tell you why. No Jews, no news. But this is merely one example. On Christmas, 200 Nigerian Christians were murdered by Muslims. Over the past decade, 50,000 Christians in Nigeria have been butchered and hacked to death. Is this even a concern to the council?
This very man is in the UN and he is speaking up. They still call us Nigerians because Biafra has not been publicly declared and pronounced. Those Nigerians, you know, he is talking about are Biafrans. We know ourselves. We have nothing to do with the zoo anymore. We want to live, and we are living. And everyone should know that this Nnamdi Kanu's case, that is a deliberate thing. Because whenever they want to fight you, they will use your own people. That's why our Prime Minister is saying here, listen to this.
Biafra was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, Ejiofor was part of the eyes. Ejiofor entered IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. He became the eye of Umahi in IPOB. Ejiofor was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, Ejiofor was part of the eyes. Ejiofor entered IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. He became the eye of Umahi in IPOB. Ejiofor was the eye of...
This now goes to show you that everything happening in Biafra land, you know, they are all premeditated and planned. And it is working out for them using this sort of people. There is nothing like legal solution because this very Ejiofor is Onyendu's legal representative and he is not acting his profession because Nigeria government pays him very well. So that Onyendu will be there and they will be in Southeast using their terrorist repented Boko Haram in uniform to decimate our people. Because when you are in a very chaotic situation, you can never operate very well. That will destabilize you. Ndị be anyị onye ọbụla ekwekwana ka these people kafa deceive ogi. Recently, Obasanjo rapụrụ ife niile ọ ga-eme bịakwute Emmanuel Iwu Anyanwụ a na-akọ maka peace na Biafra land. Peace ọ dị n'Ogun steeti bụ steeti Obasanjo. Ndị befe agbaga ọsọ gbaga Kotonu. Fulani take over his own land. So who is he talking to about that? Onye ọbụla ma role this Iwu Anyanwụ na-play n'ala Igbo kemgbe ụwa. Iwu Anyanwụ is very unpopular in Igbo land. Let no Igbo man or Southeasterner or Biafran allow that man to deceive you people again. Because ndị a bụ ndị a na-ebunye ego. These people bịa today, bịa capture ndị be anyị niile, they will all run away because they have money in their account, both overseas account and home account. So what we are here talking is that if we are saying that we want Biafra, we should be doing that with one mind. Happy Sunday, my brother. You are welcome. Like and share and comment. share it so that this video will go viral, because I touched various points in this very Sunday summary. God bless you. I do appreciate you. What I'm showing you people here is our Prime Minister's broadcast.
Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, age of 4 was part of the eyes.
Yes.
Age of 4 entered IPOB, and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer, and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. He became the eye of Umahi in IPOB. Age of 4 was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, age of 4 was part of the eyes. Age of 4 entered IPOB, and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer, and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB.
Yes, my people, you all know that Ejiofor is not a professional at all. He is not. He has never shown any sign of professionalism. He betrayed Onyendu big time. He doesn't know what he is doing, but on the other hand, he knew what he is doing with Nigeria government. When Onyendu asked them, you know, close to the time he was abducted and brought to Nigeria in year 2021, Onyendu asked them, two powerful lawyers. One was the Kenyan man, Professor Lumumba. The other one was this Ezekome. But Ejiofor refused. Ejiofor declined. Finally, when Ejiofor allowed Ezekome to come, he corrupted Ezekome. Because Ezekome, the time Onyendu was going to court for his hearing, Ezekome went to America. Good morning, Smiling. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, Ezekome went to America, and he was not there to represent Onyendu. He was not there. And I started having my doubts whether that man is real or fake as well. You know, when Ezekome came back, this P2B case started. He went to represent P2B. That was when I drew my conclusion that this man is fake. He's not real. Even though he's a very good lawyer, but he has been compromised because Ejiofor will always corrupt him. When Nigeria government is giving him millions, or Hope Uzodinma, because Hope is the one who is keeping Onyendu right now. He is the one. And Hope can give you any amount of money to bribe you to do what he wants you to do. So Ezekome will come out, a whole barrister, a whole, a son. You cannot throw what we call legal punch. If they tell you, oh, your client cannot be discharged because of this, because of that, you look for a proper mitigating circumstance to represent your client. But they will come out and tell you, oh, we are satisfied. So Supreme Court or this one have said this, we are satisfied. How can you be satisfied when your client is being incarcerated, not in the normal prison, but underground basement? Underground prison, at the basement. This man does not see light. This man does not have anyone to interact with for 2 whole years. Even if that place is like paradise, once you are incarcerated, just lock yourself up in your house 1 day or 2 days or 1 week and see how you will be feeling like a strange fowl. But Onyendu has been there underground for 2 whole years. And do you people know that one of the things they do which made them very unprofessional, is that when you are going to court to represent your client will not be there. These days, Onyendu doesn't come there. Who are you representing? If it is in the UK, in fact, the judge will not preside. He wants to see the client. If he's sick, then you show the sick note showing that your client is in the hospital. But Onyendu they will go to court without Onyendu. Onyendu will not even hear anything. Onyendu cannot be asked any question, or for him to ask question by himself. Because when you are representing somebody that is not a dead person, the person must be in the court. But they are all corrupt. And somebody will be sitting at the TVC News telling you that Nnamdi Kanu, we have to seek a political solution or follow the legal solution. With a man like a Ejiofor, you can never get justice, because Ejiofor bomiru nabo. And I'm sure that no nagolezibwego we corrupt or Izekome, a whole senior advocate of Nigeria, a barrister that has been practicing for years. He sold his conscience when he started representing P2B, conflict of interest, because Peter doesn't believe in Biafra. And Onyendu is not happy with Peter because of Ezu River. You all know about it. So if anybody is telling you that they want a legal solution or political solution, that person is a deceitful person. They are lying to themselves. Do they think that Biafrans don't have lawyers? Or do they think that the world don't see them? The world is watching. Yesterday on my Facebook platform, a white man said to me, "Oh, Betty, I'm following you. I like what you are doing for your people. Fight on for your people's freedom." A white man, his name is Daniel. I thanked him. He said that freedom and liberty is the key issue about life and about nature. Fight for your people. I support you. A white man. But onye Yoruba no anybody gaputa here na call nonsense about Ndi Igbo or Biafras. We don't need any sympathy from anybody. We just want to be left alone. We want to be left alone. This picture here, it will show you there. When Onyendu is talking with another lawyer, he backed Ejiofor. He turned his back on Ejiofor, and Ejiofor was trying to peep to see what or to hear what is being discussed, because on the phone number the DOS. Yes. Oh, look at it. That's Onyendu with another lawyer. And the Ejiofor is just hanging behind Onyendu. Onyendu just backed in. That time, Onyendu have started seeing the sign, till finally now, Onyendu have decided to get rid of him. You know, onwere if Onyendu gwara anyị ada bịa na mmezu. Onwero everything Onyendu kwuru ọ na-abịa na mmezu. Ọ na-abịa na mmezu. Ka m gosikwa unu nke na-eme kịta.
A place I built in 2012 have been since 2012 up to date in this place, and they came to destroy it. For what reason?
Hello, Felix. You're welcome. God bless you. Please like and share. Subscribe if you have not.
Governor Opus Odinma sent his men.
Please, my people, before I continue with this news, I have a plea to make to all of you. You know, for those of you who are here, you are doing a great job and you are making this page to be very strong and powerful. You know, with Facebook and YouTube, they always require us to have a lot of followers and a lot of comments and likes and shares. You know, they don't charge us anything for us to use their platform. But the more people we have that watch our video, it helps us. So please, I would like you people, if you will be consistent and help me share this message so that it goes viral. The more you share it and like it, the more people they will be alerting when I am on. Hello, Mark. You are welcome. God bless you, my brother. You are wonderful people. Biafrans, anyị dị ka ugo. Mmiri na-amanwu ugo na awụnwu ugo arụ. We are wonderful people, blessed and created by God specially. We will never condescend to the level of our enemies. Biafra is coming this year. Thank God for that. So I will continue. This person, in case you are not seeing the picture very well, it is Owazurike and Hope Uzodema. When somebody sent me this yesterday, what I replied to the person, let me read it out. I said to the person, what goes round comes round. The measure you give is the measure you receive. Life cycle. Yes, yes. And she replied me, ha, 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 ha. Woto, woto is the code. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it. You see in life, what you give, definitely you will take. Unu cheta na ndị middle belt a chọrọ ijoin Biafra kita do na fa yoga anyị mgbaghalụ. Ndị middle belt a 1966 oge ndị be anyị si ugwu Hausa na-agbapụ ka ndị Hausa na-egbu ndị be anyị kita ka anyị ma na Fulani maka na Fulani alike ka ọbara. Ndị be anyị jegide luo na Makodi fa na-egbu ndị be anyị. One reverend father bi na da Makodi, an Irish reverend father, eje obulu ndị be anyị owunye fa n'azụ butie n'azụ ka ife a na-akpọ moto a na-akpa azụ n'ụka pick up owunye fada wee tapolin kwachie fa fada wee bukata ndị mmadụ gafekata ndị TV wee si anya kwụsị gịnị ka o bu na moto osifa na ya be priest fasia na ọ ga-emerịrị ife o bu osifa na efi aja aka ụka. You can imagine the father wee si bakwu asị ka o wee save ndị be anyị. Ife niile ime mmadụ n'ụwa, you can imagine how many years ago. But na ka Chukwu si wee welukwa ndị ọjọọ na-akwụfe ụgwọ kịta na-egbufa every day. Etu a ka ọ dịkwa ụwa zuru ike now. Ya na Hope Uzodema. Let me continue with the video.
Authority to come and demolish my house. That's it. I have put on this house for the past 11 years now. Precisely 2012. I've been there since 2012. Before Hope Uzodema became the governor of Imo State, I came in here. I have been here for 11 years now before he became a governor. Around 2016, some people came up to say that this place belonged to them. We went to court. They went through the back about a year or so, obtained judgment without any service to us. Jankara judgment, Oluwole judgment, without serving us. So immediately they obtained the judgment. We went to the Court of Appeal to question the veracity of the judgment of the court, to ask the Court of Appeal to quash the judgment. Immediately we went to court.
Well, I don't know whether you people are hearing what he's saying. He said that this house, his house, that he got this property or he purchased it since 2012, before Hope Uzodema became the governor of Imo State. And that some people came to fight for this very land. And he went to court and obtained judgment, or they went to court, obtained judgment against him. He called it Jankara judgment and Oluwole judgment. That is what we see in the zoo. There is no proper legal system in the zoo. You can hardly ever get justice in the zoo because of their nature. Nobody will be expecting us to reasonably settle down with the zoo. Now that we are clamoring to leave, we have to go. And we must do this unanimously. I have on this screen the link for making payment, the website to make payment to our Biafra Donate channel. We need to support our Prime Minister. This Biafra is our only escape route. Somebody like Wazirike, why I use that word, what goes round comes round. The way he betrayed Biafrans, you know, is unbelievable. This Wazirike was the man that was with Onyendu. Onyendu was following him before, when one of the Oba brothers went to prison to tell Wazirike to surrender. Wazirike surrendered and they gave him money. So this may be one of the houses he built with that blood money that zoo government gave him, and he dropped the agitation of Biafra. This same Wazirike, the day our Onyendu was wedding, Onyendu said it during his broadcast. He sent his thugs to go and abduct Onyendu. I'm really sorry for our Supreme Leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He has suffered a lot because of us. So Wazirike sent them to go and abduct a man in his wedding dress. They brought him. He asked women to urinate on our Onyendu. He did everything he possibly could to destabilize Onyendu, this very Wazirike. Even that time when Onyendu was abducted in year 2021, 2022, he started rearing his head, telling Simon that he wants to come, but the condition for him to come is that he will be the leader. Can you imagine? Very, very compromised human beings. When Biafra comes, nobody will be allowed to mess up. Biafra will be a pure new country with laws. Whether your papa is the judge or your mama is the judge, when you disobey or you breach any law or any legal rule, you must face justice. You must go to court. You will be indicted to come and answer queries. Biafra will not operate like Nigeria, not at all. And people like Hopeless Uzodinma, all these things he's doing to Biafrans is the reason why he doesn't want Biafra to come. Because he knows that when Biafra comes, everything he did, even that armed robbery he went to before he became governor, he will answer Biafrans to all of them, all his crime. That's why he is very best friend to what's his name, Emmanuel Iwanyang. Yes, Mr. Iwanyang was the one that saved him that time. You know? So, my people, we all know when you are doing something in this world, you have to sit down and think about it. Don't act in a rush. Don't ever act in a rush. So also is what we say on social media. Because what you say on social media, you might be gone, but everything you say will never go. People will always remind you. Now he is complaining Let us continue to listen to him.
One Archbishop Lucius Ugochi started asking for my number. My lawyer told me that Archbishop Lucius Ugochi was asking for my number. I wanted to speak to him. I said, give him my number. He gave my number to that bishop. That bishop told me to say that he is interested in this place. I told him that this place is the court of appeal. Then I started thinking, just about a year ago, immediately he came into Imo State, they got Jankara judgment against me without serving me. I then knew that it was his handle. I told him, I said, you are great. This place is the court of appeal. You know what he told me? He said, do you want the two of us to start fighting over land? That's what Archbishop Lucius Ugochi asked me. It's on record. He asked me, do you want the two of us to start fighting over land? I told him, I said, you are friends, I don't know you. I have not seen you before. I have been on this land since 2012. I don't know how you feel I should fight over land with you, the land that belongs to me. He says, okay, we shall see. He entered the call. After about 1 week, Governor Uzodinma sent somebody to talk to me. As a matter of fact, he sent Professor Morrison, the former INEC chairman, to talk to me, asking me to go and discuss with Archbishop Lucius Ugochi and his group. I said, His Excellency, you should tell His Excellency that this land is in the Court of Appeal. I am a lawyer. A matter that is in the Court of Appeal should not be taken to any other place. A matter that is in court cannot be taken to any other place for settlement unless we get the leave of the court. Unless both parties get the leave of the court. So,
you know, when people start telling you what they are and what they are not, just watch them. If you are a lawyer, you should know what to do. Yes, you should know what to do. But again, Nigeria is not a place to talk about law. What goes on there is retributive justice, or Jankara justice, as he called it, or Oluwole justice. You can never get proper justice in Nigeria. You can't. How can this Reverend Father and a governor be asking somebody, and because there's a building in that land, now they have demolished it just for the interest of the bishop? Can you imagine all this? Too many complications in Nigeria. My people, we cannot continue talking about these people because they are not worth it. They are not worth it. Our Prime Minister, he also laughed over this on his Twitter handle, because the measure you give other people is the measure you receive. What concerns us is about Biafra, how Biafra will come. Before I leave, I would like to touch on this data collection. When Professor Chioma was talking 2 days ago, the final one will be on Monday, tomorrow. And my people, ndị nọ n'ụlọ na-ege ntị, jisi na ike na sit at home. Sit at home continues until Farapụ onye ndu anyị, and until I enwete Biafra. You know? So during her lecture, she talked about type A, type B, type C, and type D. For those of you who haven't come around when I mentioned about this, she said that some people have started going around telling people to pay $300. Nobody is charging anybody for the data collection. And she also told us that the link has not even come out. She was only giving us lecture why we need this data collection. Data collection comprises of your name, your age, where you were born, and maybe your height. Some people will put the color of their eyes and your skin color, possibly. Then we know that we are all brown skin people with kinky hair. And she talked about how the passport picture is supposed to be, no glasses. Because all these things will show your proper identity. And for me, this is the core Biafra coming, because it will contain everybody's name. The name of Biafrans in diaspora and the name of Biafrans at homeland. This data collection. Some people might say, oh, I don't want to register. I don't want anybody to have my data. She said that if you come to Biafra, I beg your pardon, if you come to Biafra, when Biafra comes, and you are a Biafran without your name being in the data system, you will be treated like an immigrant. Because when Biafra comes, everything will be done systematically. There will be immigration, there will be police officers, there will be regional police officers, there will be military, everything is down. So it is good for us to know that you will not be deceived by all these people, fly-by-night data collecting officers. I call them fly-by-night because they are deceptive. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. You are not going to pay a penny to register yourself. So she mentioned that some people are now asking people to pay $300 so that you can be registered, and they're already carrying all over the place a very wrong link. The link has not been unveiled yet. When the link is unveiled, they say they will give it to Regie media team to display, and it will be displayed at our Prime Minister's Twitter handle and on our Biafra Liberation Government in Exile website. So my people, it has not been out yet. Don't be deceived by anybody. Anyone that is abroad, which we call diaspora, should tell your people at home, don't allow anybody to deceive you. Some people contacted me from my hometown this early morning, and I discussed it with them. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. So this data collection is very important. It will tell you your right from your government, which is Biafra, what duty they owe you and what duty you owe them. Civic duty comprises of your right to vote. So the part A, B, C, and D is the categories where each and every one of us will vote it, we register under. If you register under category A, that means you are just a Biafran who wants to be registered. You may or may not be a financial supporter. That's people who are contributing during fundraising. Category B are those who are Biafra Government in Exile media team, who are doing something for Biafra, and you will be required to show an evidence. And category B are people like that, our Minister, Professor Chioma, and our PM. All the cabinet ministers, they fall within category B. And category C are those who are Biafrans that are financial sponsors of this, our Biafra liberation. And category D are those Biafrans who are not at home, but who are in diaspora, whether you are there legally or illegally. If you are there illegally, you have to show them evidence that you live in that country. She said that using Nigeria passport as your ID is not allowed. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. We are not fighting to gain Nigeria, we are fighting to gain Biafra freedom. So this is what concerns us, not to Wazirike, but I only showed it here for a reason. When you are doing anything in life, you have to think twice. Don't be this kind of person that rushes things immediately you hear of it or immediately you see it, to avoid making mistakes. Whenever something is happening, you must always pause, stop and think before you act. My people, I love you all. I'm a proudly Biafran, very proud Igbo woman. In my next world, I would like to be an Igbo, even though my people are very stubborn. Remember, Onyendu said that I am a stubborn freedom fighter. Any day that the zoo holds him again, we should turn Nigeria upside down. But calm down, Ejiofor. Only God knows how much they paid him. I will leave you people here. Ndewo, my sister. Blessing. God bless you. I'm leaving now. You can go and listen to this video from the beginning. I discussed every topic that I dealt with this week, including Wazirike, the Masop guy, you know. So my people, I will leave you now. Yes. Thank you, my darling brother, Emenike. God bless you. God bless you. I get nwete Biafra. Anyị enwetesighị everything adịsigo. N'ife onye our prime minister ji wee tinye October. Ọ katela aka mana o tesiri aka. Ọ ga-eme n'arụ a. Bụ ka e wee tie this year up. All the finishing touches. You know, when you are building a house, you will put finishing touches, plaster the house, paint it, fix the windows and doors before you move in. That is the stage we are now. This collection of data, once it is done, we get our ID. All hail Biafra, my sister. Blessed. All our data, our IDs will be in our hand so that you can use it to vote. Biafra Biaga Biao is here. No, make no mistake. Let nobody twist it for you. Biafra is here. And zoo is finished. Zoo is finished. Go and see their Naira devalued. Naira has no value anymore. Agu na-egbu people. Ndị mmadụ na-anwụ of hunger. That's why this Biafra, we must be serious with it. You see? So my people, I will love you and leave you. I will be here again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ na-elotakwanu. Ọ maka unu ka ije eme ife niile anyị na-eme. Chukwu ga-agọzi unu, debe unu ndụ. Ọ ga-agọzi unu n'Eke, gọzie unu n'Olie, gọzie unu n'Afọ, gọzie unu na Nkwọ. Ise, all hail Biafra. Okoko ndemsi, ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m ndị logba gbugbu na-eche ndufa nche mgbe niile, ndị Biafra ụnụ alarụkwanụla. Peace, unity, equity and progress. Bye bye from me from here. Bye.